Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna play Bram Stoker's Dracula. So it's a very old game. It's a Genesis game, or Megadrive in this case. Why is it that I'm playing it? Well, because on my channel I rarely retro games, so I decided it was about time to speak a bit about games that I used to play before and some games that I never played. So in this case, I decided that I would play Dracula. So this is based on the movie, and the movie is actually one of my favorite movies. I think the movie is from 1992, if I'm not mistaken. Now, even although it's one of my favorite movies, I cannot recall the date, but I think that's it. I think it's 1992. So, The Journey to Castle Dracula. So, this is a very loose adaptation, of course. And I tried the Super Nintendo version as well. But on the Super Nintendo version, this word slash, it's very short, so it barely hits the enemies. There is no way to hit the enemies without losing life. So this seems very loosely based on Bram Stoker's. This is like a thing. This was a common trend on the Genesis or those old games. Was they used to find a popular movie or franchise and make games that were loosely based on it. So in this case, they chose Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is not bad. I think it did indeed deserve some game tie-in. Well, as much as a lot of movies back then deserved game tie-in. So, but as I said, it's very loosely based because in the movie nothing like this happened. There is a part, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alerts right here. There is a part in the last couple of minutes of the movie where they do go to Transylvania, and that's where they fight Dracula at the Borgo Pass. And I can tell you that there is no Borgo Pass in Transylvania. Oh my god. And there is no giant spiders neither in the movie or in Transylvania. But I'm guessing this is Jonathan Harker. Okay. If you guys want a good Dracula game, and old as well, not gonna call it old. It's bad to call it old, isn't it? Oh, how the hell did that thing hurt me from there? So you can try Dracula Resurrections. I have no clue what that is. Whoa. But at least you start from here. I don't know if you have lives. Yes, you do have lives. At least you start from here, which is really generous of their part. So yeah, as I was saying, Dracula Resurrections, it's a very good game. On the PlayStation 1, I think it's on Steam as well. But being that old, it's what? So you cannot even put your head down in it? So yeah, these games, they were famous for being quite unforgiving, actually. And so what? Yes, how am I supposed to? Okay, you just have to tank it. Okay, okay. Yeah, I have to. What? Yeah, just tank everything. So there you go. No, Ark escaped from the castle. So I don't get it. So this is set when Jonathan Ark escapes from the castle, which bit of story for you if you are interested in it. Bram Stoker, the original writer of Dracula, uh, he said in the book that Jonathan escapes from Transylvania to Budapest on foot. That is that is something that is in the book. If you are Romanian, probably you are laughing at the moment. If you have been to Romania, you are probably laughing at the moment because it's impossible. Well, I wouldn't say impossible, but not probable either that you would go from Transylvania to Budapest on foot. That would be a huge feat that will take you a long, long time. But I don't know, it's probably because it's Keanu Reeves in the movie, he's able to do it. You know, don't forget, it's the guy that soon would become Neo, so I don't know if he was already preparing for the role. So spiders, huh? So yeah. So what does this guy need? I don't know what he keeps asking me. I suppose this is Van Helsing, which in the movie is portrayed by Anthony Hopkins. Awesome performance by Anthony Hopkins. So that bloody bat just came to give me a hint that he was there. Eh? Like, I'm here. Don't. I love how the rats jump without moving their legs. It's cute. It's everything is vampire like in here. So Jonathan Harker, our main character, he can go from Budapest or from Transylvania to Budapest in a couple of days on foot, which in the book I couldn't understand neither why he does it on foot, because Romanians are very friendly and they would give him a ride if he wanted, but no, I guess he decided that was not worth it to ask for a ride, probably because he wouldn't speak Romanian as well. Or in this case, did I die? Did I really die? Oh my god, I died from the film Bram Stoker's Dracula. So it is 1992. Columbia Pictures. Alright, was that? Francis Ford Coppola. Imagine that. If things would go in a certain way, Nicolas Cage should be in this movie, because Nicolas Cage is, I think, he is nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. I can imagine Nicolas Cage as Dracula. There you go. He now has a movie where he is Dracula, which is called Renfield. Really good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's Nicolas Cage just doing Nicolas Cage stuff, but it's really good. It's really, really awesome. So let's try this one more time. Uh, yeah, so there you go. Lives. Let's put some more lives and put more some more health. Oh, so okay, so all right. Trainer, no. So you take health. All right, can be. Vampire with a Y. Okay. So yeah, good book as well. It's Dracula by Bram Stoker. And although it's now common knowledge that Dracula was based on Vlad Tepes, which was a voivode from Wallachia. Which was a voivode from Wallachia. This voivode is usually translated as a war leader or a tribe leader. It was mostly like a king, you could say. And thing is that Bram Stoker himself never said in his book or notations about the book that the vampire Dracula was indeed based on Vlad Tepes from Transylvania. So it was because Vlad Tepes had the same signature as Dracula. He used to sign himself as Dracula, which can be translated as Son of the Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna force this guy again, but for some reason it doesn't hit him. So yeah, it was Son of the Dragon. He used to sign himself as Dracula. It was assumed later that the vampire Dracula was Vlad Tepes as well. Vlad Tepes was a figure that I studied quite a lot. I love Romanian history. Romania has a very rich history, but a very rich history in folklore as well. A lot of famous myths and legends come originally from Romania, and it's very interesting to study. I study a lot about Vlad Tepes. If you are interested in the subject, there's a book you could read from. Alright, this is tougher than I remember. From Radu Florescu. So that was Vlad Tepes' biggest historian. And if you are interested in the history of the person, the real person, not the vampire, of course, because in Transylvania, Vlad Tepes is not seen as the vampire. The funny thing about the book is that although it was set, some of it in Wallachia. I don't remember if he ever refers to Wallachia as being part of Romania in the book, but although being part of the story, what was that? Sorry, what was I saying? I was trying to focus in here. Funny thing about it is that it was only translated, the book was only translated quite late in Romania. I think the book was released in 1892, this Dracula by Bram Stoker. Once again, I'm saying all of this on top of my head, so I'm not searching anything, but what happened? This guy just died out of thin air. I know that something hit him, but come on, we could at least see it. Yeah, I was saying, so the book was translated very late in Romania, and okay, oh my god, come on. And it caused quite a big uproar in Romania that Vlad Tepes, which is a very respected figure in Romanian history, was being depicted, sorry about that, as a vampire. So a lot of things about Vlad Tepes that some people would tell you, and like he impaled people and blah blah blah, that he was this monster that used to drink blood and blah blah blah. So truth is that not a lot is factual about the history of the man. There aren't many records that were written at the time of his life. What was that? I was spiders. Okay, no, at the time of his life, so some of it were greatly exaggerated as well. And I know that some of you will probably disagree with me, which is okay. Every person has the right to their opinion. So, as I said, it was greatly exaggerated while Vlad Tepes was alive, because there was a war going on. Against the Ottomans, the Ottoman Empire, who wanted to seize control of Wallachia, and back then the fact that, okay, I died again. So yeah, back then it was kind of a, how would you call it, a way of dirtying his name. So this thing, I have to see through all of this again. So yeah, and the fact that there was no Okay, so this is really boring, this last part of the game. I have to go through all of this. Sega. Sony. Look at that, I even noticed that was Sony. Okay. Okay, let me put this on the trainer because it's starting to bother me. I don't think it's gonna change much, but so yeah. Vlad Tepes. What happened in there? So yeah, looks like this trainer difficulty doesn't change much. Or rather, I'm really bad at retro games. And the truth is that I am. You know, as I said before in one of my videos, is I used to play and things were far simpler, but it comes to a point where I'm not used to some buttons anymore. It's like tank controls now in games, like was the case of Silent Hill and Resident Evil and blah blah blah. That's something I'm not used to anymore. I love the way it dies in the air. So it's something I'm not used to anymore, you know, so I don't find it easy to come back to it again. These are huge spiders. So before I die again, I was talking about Vlad Tepes, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so Vlad Tepes, until now, no one knows how he died because the body was never found. There you have it. It's assumed a certain time of death, but it's not factual neither. No one knows where the body is. What the? Wasn't this supposed to be trainer? The hell was that thing? So yeah, so as I was saying, and mind you guys, all of this that I'm saying is just on top of my head. As I said, I love Romanian history, and I searched a lot of it from the times that it was called Dacia, the old gods that the Dacian people had. It's all very interesting, actually. And the folklore. Folklore would be things like witches, vampires, ghouls, and ghosts. There is indeed a lot of it. And Romanian folklore. One of the connections with why is it that the vampires look so alike in every culture? It's the fact that there were these Romanian gypsies back then. They used to go around. So what's happening here? Where do you want me to go? and they used to go around every country, and that way they would bring with them parts of their culture and parts of their history, and yeah, that's one of the reasons why folklore is so alike, or at least that's what most people believe, or most historians believe, that it's what it is for. Which is not hard to understand why. It's the gypsy people were very prosecuted, sorry about that, were very prosecuted, so it means that bringing their folklores and their legends with them will make them more alright. Would make them fierce. This way, try and avoid prosecution, so I don't know what happened. Try to avoid prosecution, as I was saying. Sorry about that, guys. What do you need, man? You always need weird stuff. Yeah, so they will try to avoid prosecution by having this. Oh, these legends. So funny. So, what is this now? I think I can shoot the barrels. What happening here? I loved how in the back in the day. Oh my god, really? I love it how back in the day the music used to change, like it was going, something very happy was going to happen, but it remains the same. So that wolf was coming right after me, just like that. And I lost my gun. Nice. Always good. Oh! Alright. Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, this is tough as nails, this thing. So I don't remember even what I was talking anymore. What was I talking? Sorry, guys. Yeah, so vampires, ghouls, and ghosts. So very interesting, because folklore is a way of being able to understand the minds of our ancestors and things they used to believe in. Remember that for us, we already know science has proven a lot of things to be fake or to do not exist, but for them this is, back then, vampires, ghouls, and ghosts were a reality as much as electricity is a reality for us. The sound in the woods wouldn't be just a bird. The sound in the woods would be probably something rather creepy despite the fact that a lot of myths and legends were created to avoid that kids would go into the woods and they would get lost and blah blah blah. So you would tell them a tale of the boogeyman in the woods, or the werewolf waiting for them, or the vampire waiting. This is Dracula's. Okay, this is Dracula's. Okay, do I start here? Really? My god, even in easy mode. Jesus. Everything thinks. Jeez. So many things at the same time. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, it was a way of protecting the kids, those. Although some of them would really believe that. But the truth is, imagine if you start a myth, or it's like an urban legend now, isn't it? It's Bloody Mary and things like that. If you start a myth right now, and if one person believes it, and it shares that belief with another person, and so on. Maybe not so easy nowadays because we are not isolated anymore, so we have more contact than before, but this kind of myths and legends used to be spread around their own circles, so it wouldn't go and out of the village. So it would be easier to create 2 or 3 generations of people with the same belief. They were isolated. They didn't have contact with other countries, other cultures. So it would be easy to believe that there were vampires in the woods, or werewolves in the woods as well. Because they couldn't see that there was a big world outside of those woods. So yeah. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, guys, I think that's about it. Yeah, Mr. Harker already died quite a few times, and I don't intend in seeing him dying already another time. That's it. I think you guys saw what the game was about. It's there you go. That's it. It's a very standard platform game for back in the day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did have fun. I did have fun playing this game that I haven't played for so many years. I hope you guys had enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to click the like button. If you're not subscribed now, it's a good time. And before I go, let me know in the comments if there are any old games that you would like to see me play, and I will gladly have them on my channel. And thank you again, and with luck, I'll see you next time.
Let's get started then.